Everybody, welcome to another edition of Jay's Gimme 5 show. I got my man Mark Gray in the house. And this week, our HBCU School of the Week is Bowie State University.
Great institution nestled between DC and Baltimore, known once as one of the CIAA's best basketball schools. It's clearly a football program right now, and it's giving you a great player. And when I look at it straight no chaser, I'm trying to figure out how Amir Hall wasn't invited to the NFL Combine.
Yeah, we definitely have to have a longer discussion about that one. But, you know, we always ask you for the photo of the week. And Mark, I'm going to tell you, I was amongst HBCU royalty this past weekend down in Atlanta, Georgia for the Black College Football Hall of Fame Awards. I mean, how special was this? Like, Emerson Boozer went in. He couldn't make it down there because of some health issues. So who do they have take his spot? How about Broadway Joe? His teammate, Joe Namath, was there. We're talking about Doug Williams and Shaq Harris, the founders of the HBCU Black College Hall of Fame. Then Harold Carmichael's there. Kenny Burroughs was there. Art Shell was there. Amir Hall, HBCU Player of the Year.
Legend.
He was there. It just came, I was like, I think I do something. And then the coaches that were there, Bill Hayes was down there.
Legend.
Willie Jeffries was down there.
Hashtag
So the who's who, and then obviously Mel Blount was down there as well.
Best cover corner ever, boy.
One of the best things I've been to, when they put on a great event down at the College Football Hall of Fame. Wish you could have been there.
I do, man. But you know, next year I might get the call up. So anyway, don't forget, folks, if you're around the way or just hanging out, hit us up, hashtag Gimme5Photos. Who knows? Your face could be in the place to be, which is right here with us any day, anytime on Jay's Gimme 5. But you know how we like to get down, folks. Jay went to the Black College Hall of Fame Awards, so let's check them out as we go Gimme 5 style.
Now it's time for this week's Gimme 5. And how about this? I'm going to pay homage to those individuals that were inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. Here we go, in alphabetical order, I would add. Emerson Boozer, congratulations. The product of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, known as Maryland State back then, got inducted finally to the Black College Hall of Fame. Joe Namath was his teammate for the New York Jets, and we all know what they went on to do. Hugh Douglas from Central State University. Prior to becoming a Philadelphia Eagle great, he terrorized schools for Central State and legendary coach Billy Joe for the Marauders. One of the best nicknames in all of college football, Rich Tombstone Jackson from Southern University. Oh, he got busy down there in Baton Rouge and made everybody proud with the illustrious NFL career headlined by his time with the Denver Broncos. Now, if Tombstone Jackson went to Southern University, well, then it's only right that you bring somebody in from Grambling State University, their rival. And this year's inductee is Frank Lewis. The wide receiver extraordinaire who played for Coach Rob down in Grambling went on to win 2 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers and had a stellar NFL career. How about Timmy Newsome from Winston-Salem State University? Now, the rest of America got to know him when he played for America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, but Newsome terrorized the CIAA during his time at Winston-Salem State. John Taylor. You gotta know about John Taylor, part of the best receiving duo in the history of the NFL. Prior to joining up with Joe Montana and breaking all those records for the San Francisco 49ers, John Taylor was a stellar performer at Delaware State University. You got all this great talent, you have to have somebody to coach him up, and I don't know if anybody did it down there in Baton Rouge besides Ace Mumford. How good was Coach Mumford? The stadium was named for him. That good, and he got inducted finally into the Black College Hall of Fame. That's the list. No debate, that's who's in, but there'll be more to come. If you want to talk about it, hit us up on any of our social media platforms. All right, now, that was one of the toughest lists I've ever done. And you know what? Forgive me, folks. I had to let everybody, and I know it's a Gimme 5, but when you're going into the Black College Football Hall of Fame, I don't care what number you're on the list. I'm not going to prioritize it. I went by alphabetical order. That being said, though, Mark Gray, there's a list of finalists out there, and some people didn't make it. Now you see why my job is so tough when I'm trying to narrow it down to 5. Who do you think that should have possibly made it to the Black College Football Hall of Fame?
Well, it's going to be primarily a MEAC and a SWAC thing. And I'll start in the SWAC because there's no greatness or legend of Brett Favre without Donald Driver. You know, Alcorn State receiving product, did mad work with the Green Bay Packers. I mean, he was as clutch as any receiver in his era. I also got to look at Robert Mathis. You know, arguably the greatest defensive player in the history of Alabama A&M. Arguably. Pass rusher extraordinaire, got a Super Bowl ring, wasn't able to make the list. Illustrious list, but I think he ranks right up there with anybody of a modern day era. But my man, Joe Taylor, the winningest coach in the history of the MEAC, now the athletic director at Virginia Union. I mean, this guy not only won games at an elite level, he molded men. So those were the 3 guys, but it's a phenomenal list. Everybody worthy of being there. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah, and it's a tough one, too, because you have so many legendary players there. They only take so many people per year. So I think those names you mentioned, they will get in there. I know they always try to take 1 coach per year, and that's what they try to do this time around.
Good job getting Coach Mumford in, too. Man. Long time coming.
Ace Mumford down there. So it's a good list. And the event, if you haven't been to it, you need to go down to Atlanta. Where they do it every weekend around the same time after Valentine's Day. One of the premier events down, put it on my schedule. I won't miss it again. The Black College Football Hall of Fame Award.
Bucket list time, y'all. Bucket list. Just like the Celebration Bowl and the MEAC SWAC Challenge. As long as it's in the ATL, we are there. But Jay, I gotta give it to you straight, no chaser,
Straight no chaser?
Straight no chaser.
What's going on?
It was great to see Amir Hall was there. But what I'm concerned about is nobody offered him a ticket to Indianapolis and the NFL Combine. Now, look, I don't know what the criteria is to get you to the Underwear Olympics, but the bottom line is, you know, Amir Hall, you look at what he did for his career at the Division II level. Forget the CIAA and Bowie State. The Division II level is comparable statistically with any quarterback in the history of the sport, and this guy doesn't get it. What were we talking about? Some kind of hitch in his delivery or something? He goes to the NFLPA game, gets 1 pass. What is the deal with that?
Yeah, it's bigger than Amir Hall. I really do have a problem with that. I mean, on several fronts. One, it was such an honor to be invited to the NFL Players Association game out in California. But you go out to the game and you play 1 series, 1 pass. He had tremendous productivity. I don't care what level of football we're talking about. To be as productive as he's been, 2-time HBCU Player of the Year, he deserves an opportunity. And I think the only way the NFL can get this thing right is to invite him to the Combine. Let him prove that he doesn't deserve to be there. But when you look at the intangibles, he can run, he's got the size, can make the throws, has the smarts. He's had a phenomenal career at Bowie State University, and you don't give him an opportunity to go against the best of the best. Let me prove that I don't belong. But more likely than not, he's going to prove he does belong, and somebody's going to get a great football player.
And I think the beef that we both have here right now is the fact that he's being denied the opportunity. If you're going to say somebody can't play, then give them a chance to prove that they cannot play. And I don't think Amir Hall is given the chance to prove that he can't play. And we always want to put the tag on, you know, the black quarterback as an athlete. This kid can run. He's a sub 4'6" guy. He's got size.
He's taller than me.
Yeah, he may have measurables that translate into being the quote athlete, but to just not invite him arbitrarily, just ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense. And I still go back to that game in California. You cannot justify why you have any college athlete that you invite out there and you let them play 4 or 5 plays in a game.
By the union and the whole bit.
Yeah. They have to rectify that situation. He's a good kid. Keep grinding, Amir Hall. You know the HBCU community is behind you 110%.
We got your back, bro. We got your back.
And speaking of Amir Hall, where'd he go to school?
Bowie State University, bro.
And that's our Gimme 5 HBCU School of the Week. Now it's time for this week's HBCU School of the Week. Bowie State University. Located in Bowie, Maryland, about 20 minutes outside of Washington, D.C., the president is Dr. Amita Bro, and the school was founded in 1865, making it one of the oldest HBCUs in the country. 5 things you need to know about Bowie State. Let's go. Number 5, SOS. stands for the Symphony of Soul. Love that name for a marching band. They get it done there in Bowie, Maryland. Number 4, how about this? Toni Braxton, the singer, attended Bowie State University. Oh yeah, that type of talent, she'll make the top 5 every time. Number 3, Bowie State alumnus and also went on to become one of the best HBCU football coaches of the modern era, Henry Frazier. Not only did he turn around his Bowie State football program, but also turned around schools like Prairie View A&M and North Carolina Central. And number 2 may surprise some folks, but Krista McAuliffe, who perished in the Challenger accident, received her master's degree from Bowie State University. Makes sense because Bowie State is almost right around the corner from NASA Goddard. Number 1, oh yeah, let's take it back to the field. Isaac Redman, running back for the Bulldog football team, but also went on to win a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the bubble, not quite making it, but he'll be moving up the charts real fast. Current Bowie State quarterback, 2-time HBCU Football Player of the Year, Amir Hall. That's my list. Want to talk about it? Debate me? Hit us up on all of our social media platforms. All right, Bulldog fans, you guys made it on the show as our HBCU School of the Week. And one thing I didn't note on there is I've always thought Bowie State was more of a commuter school, but it's starting to become a school where the students really get involved in the campus life, one of the most improved campuses in terms of campus life. But I got Mark Gray with me. He's going to tell me, what do you think I missed? What's wrong with my list, Mark?
Well, you did get it right. It is one of the most picturesque campuses in all the HBCU landscape. But come on, man. How can you not give credit where credit is due to Wale, who spent more time than just having a cup of coffee on the campus at Bowie State?
But he also went to Virginia State first to play football, and then if he'd have graduated from Bowie State, he'd have made the list, but he didn't. But
it's all about when you come home, man.
I like
he got credits from there.
Yeah, but don't.
As long as you get credits, you got to count the credits there.
Can't do that.
You know, and again, it's really a jewel. Bowie is. Yep. You know, you like how I threw that in. It's a jewel of the county. I know a quarterback from that county who was a jewel once.
There you go. Stick to the list. Anything else I missed on the list, or you're all right?
Anyway, no, Amir Hall on the bubble, greatest football player in the history of the program, bro.
He just graduated.
So
just graduated. And
you can be best ever while you're in school.
He has the most potential to move up the list.
He's got the
highest growth ceiling. He can become the legendary guy that they're known for. But he's got to do a little something post. We got to make sure he's a productive citizen like all those other people that I mentioned there. So he's got plenty of room to grow. Don't take it personal, Amir. You're on the bubble with some pretty good talent there as well. But not quite make it.
Still the GOAT, dude. Still the GOAT. You're my guy. Don't forget, folks, you can check us out all day, anytime on all of our social media platforms. Look for hashtag Gimme5Show. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're all over the place as we proceed to give you what your needs are every week here. If you're down with the HBCU sports landscape, or better yet, you just want to be down, we're going to hook you up.
Hey, don't like what we say? Hit us up on our social media platform, and we'll talk about it next week. Because that's the way we do it here on Jay's Gimme 5 Show.